Hi, have you ever been caught up in such a painful situation that you lost sight of something that was very precious to you? My name is Gina. Here at Hope and Cope, we talk about essential skills that we need to have our best life in spite of painful and sometimes even tragic situations and events. Did you used to know what you liked and disliked and what your goals for the future are, but you've been so caught up recently in trying to rescue someone else from a terrible life situation that you've completely lost sight of yourself? Some people never really have a strong sense of who they are or where they're going, so it's easy for them to completely get caught up in a terrible situation. But others really have known who they are and what they like and where they're going, but because of some kind of awful life situation or traumatic event, they really lose sight of everything that means anything to them. It's not uncommon when things get hard and we're going through something in our life to start to minimize things and let go of the things that are unimportant. That is not what I'm talking about. When we start shedding the unimportant extras so that we can focus on the main thing, that is fine and that is, I think, healthy and acceptable. But it's when we go through a debilitating disregard for ourselves and we don't have any sense of where we stop and that other person begins, and we're caught up in someone else's life to the extent that we're losing ourselves. That's when we are in trouble. Honestly, it's really important when we're going through a serious life event that we are more able to manage ourselves and know what we need and take care of ourselves more than probably just the everyday situations. When life is at its hardest is when we need to have a good sense of ourselves, know what we need, know how to take care of ourselves, and set healthy boundaries. When life is really hard is when we need to try our best to not just be reactionary to everything that's going on around us and to be able to manage ourselves well. If you feel like you have lost a sense of yourself, then I want you to start small by making decisions, by asking yourself what you like and what you need and what you can do to advance your own goals. It's important to be a strong and courageous person, especially when we are going through hard times. We need to have a sense of our own moral compass and the things that are our priorities. We need that very much during the most difficult times because it's easy to lose sight of those things and lose our way. So many times when things are going badly in our lives, it's not just us that are affected. There are other people affected. And when we lose sight of who we are and we're in a decline physically, mentally, emotionally, we do just make it harder on other people. So it's important to try to be as strong as you can and be there for other people and be involved for other people. If you have children or people that are depending on you, it's important to let them know that you do know who you are, that you're not lost, and that they can depend on you. If we don't know who we are and what we need, then it's really hard to set boundaries for other people, and then we can become even more hurt because we didn't set boundaries for ourselves, and now people have very much invaded the space that we needed for ourselves. I don't want you to perceive this as something that I'm saying you need to be unkind or uncharitable to find yourself. You can find yourself and know what you like and set healthy boundaries and still be kind to others. You can be humble and respectful, but we need to take the time to reflect on what we need and who we are and then pursue that and let other people be who they are and respect them for who they are. When we know ourselves and what we like and what our goals are, what our boundaries and our morals and our priorities are, then it's actually easier to treat other people well. When we lose sight of ourselves, then it's much easier to lose sight of other people and what's important and what's helpful in other people's lives. So don't feel like you're being selfish to take the time to focus on yourself. By all means, you can be humble and respectful and kind and still take care of yourself. I failed to say the most important thing is to know who you are in Christ and what your value is to Him. Then you can make healthy boundaries and priorities. I hope this was helpful. That's always my goal and my intent. And the same thing with the video that I have lined up for you after this. Also, I put extra encouraging things in the description box if you want to check that out. And if this was helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. I always appreciate that. And if you can think of anyone that could use this video, please share it with a friend. I'm putting out content twice a week now, so be looking for the next one. I'm always praying for you, and until next time, God bless.